Okay. All right, you guys. So tonight we are talking about, I'm just going to see if I can get the screen to look differently. I don't know what you guys are seeing right now. There we go. Speaker view. Sorry. Okay. So tonight we're going to talk about stories. I personally love stories. This time last year, did not know really a darn thing about stories. I don't even think I knew how to physically put something on my story. Didn't heard the word being thrown around, didn't really know what it was. I'm one of those people that hears something maybe a dozen or 2 dozen times before I'm like, okay, what is this? And that's kind of how it was for me with stories. And I love them, you guys. I love the fact that you can post all the time. There's no limit really with stories. There's no algorithm, at least not yet, placed on stories. I'm doing training. I love you. Gotta go. Hey, good night. No. Okay, you have to be really quiet. So there's no algorithm on stories at all. You can basically just post about the products, you can post about the business, you can post motivational quotes, you can post fun videos. You have to go. I'm doing a very important training. Go. Okay, I'll see you later. Love you. Okay. And one of my things that I need to do is get a lock on that door because there's not one. Anyway, I just love the format of them. I love that you can have fun with them. You can totally be personal and as fun as you want. Like there's so many things you can do. There's just no limit. Be creative, have a lot of fun. So I'm just going to jump right into the screen share. And I'm just going to kind of show you guys some of the basics first. I want this to be something that if you don't know much about stories, be honest and drop that in the chat because I'm curious. Like maybe you've never posted a story and you just joined, or maybe you've been doing them for a while but you're not really sure how to come up with your own. This is the perfect Zoom for you to be on. Okay, because I want to reiterate that was me not very long ago. Okay, so I'm gonna go and start the share. Okay, cool. All right, so I think you guys should be able to, hopefully you can still see my screen and hear me. I hope, because I can't see you guys anymore. If not, well, hopefully you guys can see and hear me. I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna open up Instagram. Make sure you have the most updated app. So every like 30 days, I'll just go and update it. And to post your stories, so you're gonna post by going to this little home button down here on the bottom left. Or this is your home screen, sorry, top left, this little camera right here, okay? Top left. And then to post a picture, you're just gonna scroll up, okay? Now I have an Apple, so I'm not sure that this is gonna be different with other people's phones, but I'm gonna show you from an Apple perspective. So just simply to post a picture, okay? To post a picture to your story, there. Now, the most important part is this up here at the top. That little arrow on the top left, if you wanna save something, that's where you're gonna save something. Okay, actually I'm gonna show you guys let's just say I'm taking a picture with the Instagram app, okay? Okay, so I just took a picture with Instagram. Now you can swipe over and there's a couple of built-in filters. Sometimes I use them if I'm in a hurry, usually I don't, but you can if you want to. So let's just say for dramatic effect, I'm gonna use this one. Now maybe I don't have time to make this all cute and post it right now. So guess what? You can put this little arrow in the top left right there and you can save this, okay? And then you can go post it later. If you don't have time right now, still take pictures. Take pictures in the moment, you guys. Don't have to be overwhelmed all the time. You just wanna capture your day. You wanna capture your life. You wanna capture what you're doing. So use Instagram. I use Instagram all the time, okay? So for instance, I was at my daughter's gymnastics meet. I'm gonna show you guys how to use a couple of the filters really quick. I'll come back to this later. But I was at my daughter's gymnastics meet. I didn't have time. I didn't wanna miss her meet. I didn't have time to sit there and like post them. but I wanted to capture the little mini videos and I posted them later. So on your Instagram app, you all have some filters that are just built in. Like this is a really fun one with the rainbows. So you probably have 5 or 6 that are built in. Now, you might have seen some really cool filters like this. I've given in like a tanning booth for 6 months. I know that a while back, I did not know where people were getting these from, and they're so much fun. So I'm going to show you guys a trick for that later. It blew my mind today how easy it is to find these filters, but ooh, that's fun. This one I just got today. Okay, so let's say you want to take a quick picture of something. I like this one. This is mint, the mint filter. Kind of is just a fun filter. So let's say you want to take a video. Okay. When you take a video, see that little red circle going around? It's only going to be a 15-second video, and then watch what it does. This is important to know because a lot of people get a little confused on this, but it's so easy. Once it hits 15 seconds, see how that's a full 15-second video, and now you can see the second one starting. And I'm going to show you guys, I'm not going to really post this, but I'm going to show you guys how to post videos seamlessly like this. Now, it'll keep going until it hits 1 minute, which is 4 videos. Instagram will only allow you to do 4 videos. There's a couple different ways to post more video feed than that. The first way is once you get to the 4 videos, which you'll see, it's going to stop in about 8 seconds. It will stop filming, and that's as much as it will let you do. Okay. Okay, I don't know why it did 5. I don't know why I did that, because usually it doesn't let you do more than 4, but I updated my app, so maybe the rules changed. I don't know. But anyway, one thing that I want to show you guys is, okay, so you can click, see how you can click on each frame? Now this is really, really cool, and I hope you're taking notes. Write this down. When you post this, it is automatically, Instagram is automatically going to post this in order, okay? And it's going to flow seamlessly. But the cool thing is, as you touch each frame, you can change it. So like I can, on this first frame, I can write, let's just say I can write my story, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And then I can go to the next frame and I can customize that frame however I want to. And then maybe I add on the third frame, maybe I want to add like a GIF. So the top, again, you guys, this top menu where you get the GIFs is this little smiley face. This is one of your main menu options. You have the most commonly used things are right here in the top. I don't use really any of this stuff down here. So this is where you get your GIFs. Another reason you want to keep your app updated because these change daily. So these are the trending ones, and sometimes there's some super fun ones here. Or you can search. So I'll use this a lot. I'll grab different fun arrows. Maybe I'm pointing to something that I'm talking about, whatever. So once I am done customizing all these, and sometimes I don't customize them at all, but I'm just saying if you want to, you can add captions. Maybe I'm telling my story really quickly through these videos, right? I highly recommend you summarize what you're saying. Okay, so if I'm talking about income, all I wanted was $500 a month. Maybe just summarize what you're saying. Number one, some people watch these, you guys, when they're at work in their cubicle. They're not supposed to be watching Instagram. They don't have their sound on. Tons of people watch Instagram and stories when they're bored and they do not have their sound on. Captioning is so, so smart. So you can caption what you're saying. And again, when I'm done, this is my whole little series of videos. When I'm done, I'm going to click next. And then as soon as I put that top share button, they're going to post. Now, I'm not really going to post those for obvious reasons, but as soon as you hit that top share button, they're going to post in order. in perfect order. You don't have to even think about it. So it's pretty freaking awesome. All right, so I'm gonna delete that. Now I just wanna show you guys some basics. I showed you how to save. Okay, so just basic here. Let's do, this is a fun basic. So again, swipe up to grab your photos. And let's just say I'm gonna use this photo. Okay, so one cool thing that you can do is change your fonts. So you have your typewriter, strong, classic, modern, neon, typewriter. And some of these do give you the option to, I love classic. I use it probably the most often because you have so many options with classic. You can do, I just tapped on it again, which makes me able to change it again. So you can click this little top box up here, you can just leave it naked. You can give it the full background or you can give it a semi, background. The majority of the time, I would say I do this way more. I'm trying to type more so I can show you guys. Okay, so with classic, once you write out your thing, okay, you want it to be all in one line, you change this little bar on the side, you guys. If you want it to, however you want to customize it to fit your picture, to fit your story that you're trying to create. If you want it like this, okay, I can hit done. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, if I want it like this, I hit done and then I can grab it. And then I can keep it that format, but I can change the, the size. So maybe whatever I'm saying, I want it to be over here. I want it written long ways, but I don't want it to be like that big, right? So all I did was grab it with my fingers and I'm pinching it, whatever size I want. Maybe I want it over here. And then probably what I do the most often is then I grab a marker. So I'm going to show you guys that again. This little squiggly line looks like a snake. That's your marker. Now you have this one over here that's kind of like a pointy tip marker. You have the flat tip marker. You have the highlighty bright marker. And you have the undo button, which you're going to use that a lot. And then you have the eraser. Okay, so probably these two on the left, I use those the most. And then over here, you have your marker size. So if you want to point at something, there you go. If you want to do a background, then I use that all the time. Kind of the style that I go for usually is I'll highlight behind my words and I use that classic font and I do like stuff like this. And then if you want to get creative and do like another color over that, I'm going to show you guys the colors. I guess I'll show you right now. Okay, so for the first probably year, and this is a true story, that I was using stories. And I had watched YouTube videos on stories and all of that stuff. And literally, you guys, for the first year, I did not know that there were more colors than right here on the bottom of the screen. So I was using colors like this that had nothing to do with my brand or not, that did not flow with the story at all. But I thought that these colors were the only options. Okay. And it blew my mind when I figured out you could scroll over and then yet again. Okay. But even then, I thought that these are the only colors. And I use grays, I use beige, and I use pink like the majority of the time. Those are kind of my color brands that I keep afloat on my stories and my page. So I use these colors a lot. However, if you hold down on the color, so I'm holding down on the red right now. If you hold it down, you can pick any color and any gradient. There's color gradient, like look at this, like mint green. If you go at the top, you're going to get the pastel versions of those colors. If you go down to the bottom, you're going to get darker versions of it. I love like these colors, like that right there. I love it. It's like a mauve. I love that color. I had no idea that you could do that. So again, the higher up you go, you're getting a version of those, but very, very pastel. And then the lower you go, you're getting dark. And then in the middle, you're getting like the true colors and the gradient. So that like pretty much blew my mind right there. I hope that helps somebody. And I hope somebody just was like, holy crap, I didn't know that, because I didn't know that. So anyway, sometimes I'll do stuff like this. If you want to change the text, so first you always got to click done to finish out what you're doing. So I have the marker going on right now. So I'm going to click done. Then I'm going to tap to get back to the font. And then I'm going to, maybe I want to change that to black, or maybe I want to change it to anything else. So sometimes I'll do my font in white. I didn't think it was very visible just now, so that's why I changed it to black. So other marker options, you can use your eraser, and you can do that. One thing that is kind of cool with the eraser, actually, I'm going to show you guys really quick. Let's say that I have a picture of the eyelash. Actually, I'm going to start over so I can really give you guys like a visual. Okay, so let's say I'm getting ready to post a picture of the eyelash serum, which I'm actually working on some stories for that tomorrow. So, okay, one second. All right, so let's just grab a marker. I'm gonna do like a pretty green, okay? So let's say I'm doing a fun little like, kind of like that. You can grab the marker, or let's say this is a picture of you holding something, which is even better, but I don't wanna like take the time right now. You can take that marker and you can like erase this after you do the squiggle. And oops. There's like a way. Well, whatever. Anyways, you get the point. See how cool that looks? Like you can just selectively erase. So that's just kind of a fun trick for that. Um, so anyways, that's a key thing that you want to know, like the thickness. This is one of the tools I use the very, very most. So again, if you're making, do you just want to like make an arrow really quick and you're pointing at something, maybe you're making a poll, that is really perfect. And if you're doing background or something more bold, then you want that thicker one. So let's see. Okay, I want to show you guys. Okay, so we're gonna make a video really quick. Okay, so this is a test. All right, so I just made a video. Now, again, like I showed you guys earlier, I'm going to repeat a few things because I really do want you to grab the important stuff. If I just made this video and I'm not ready to post it, then I'll hit that arrow in the top corner and I can save that for later. But if I am going to post it, and I'll just do that. Okay, so let's say I just opened up my Instagram app. I'm clicking the top left and clicking the camera, swipe up, and I'm going to grab the video I just saved. Okay, this is something that I just learned actually, which I think is super cool. So, if you want to change the color background of any of your stories, this is how easy it is. So, let's just say I'm going to grab the pink. I just grabbed the marker and I tapped the pink. That's all I did. Now I'm going to hold my finger on the screen and it just turned everything pink. This is also a really, really easy and fast way to put up a story. If you haven't put up a story, and we're going to get into that too, how often to post. If you're just busy and you haven't put up a story, this is just a really quick way to do it. So grab a color, cover the background, and then you could just go to Pinterest or whatever and grab an inspirational quote, put it up. Okay, remember like I said, I use classic all the time, and you use this bar to just change however you want it to look. Okay, so let's just say I put up an inspirational quote, and that's how fast I just typed it in. And then I just grabbed the thick marker and maybe I really think that that's so cute. Oh, that's what I was doing wrong. Okay, so earlier, see the eraser? I wasn't using the little bar. So get the bar to match what you're trying to erase. And actually, it looks kind of cute just like it is, but let's just say, oh, it's erasing and it's leaving my video in the background. Okay, anyways, I was just kind of playing around with that. But anyways, you see how easy that would be to put up a story that's your story. So if you ever want to take something and toss it that you don't like, this is how easy that is. I just grabbed this by touching it and holding down, okay? Now I'm going to drag it to the trash. Don't like what I did? Great, drag it to the trash. Now, this is really fun. Grab the eraser. First, actually, I'm going to make this, grab the marker again, grab the pink again, cover that up completely. All I did, you guys, was hold my finger down on the screen. Grab your marker, pick your color, hold your finger down on the screen. It turns the entire screen that color. So remember, I put a video underneath this. So I'm going to grab the eraser and the world's worst heart. But you could see how you could do a lot of creative, fun stuff with this. Like how you guys, this blew my mind because there are apps that do stuff like this. Like Over, for instance, you can upload a video into different Over preset apps or different video like filters and stuff, and you can make this. But this is a way to make it without even having an outside app. This is we're only in Instagram. We haven't even gotten to apps yet. I think this is so cool because, or you could even just like do something fun like this. So this is a video, but it looks cool. You know what I mean? Like you get obviously more creative with it. You get the point. The eraser is something that I've barely used up until this point, and I am really impressed with it. I think it's so fun, and there's so many cool things you could do just with the eraser. So that's just some basics on markers, stuff like that. I do want to show you guys really quick how to do a border. Okay, so like I just grabbed this picture, also with any picture, okay, you just pinch it and tilt it over if you want, whatever, make it fit. Now this picture doesn't really fit with the stories, but because it's white on the bottom and the top, like it doesn't really matter. Let's say I want to grab a GIF, and I'll type in like funny or whatever, okay? Sometimes I'll just leave it. Again, if you are pressed for time and you want to get something in your story, you can grab. I do post a lot of funny memes. I'll post motivational stuff. I'll post, a lot of people post like a Bible verse every morning that is inspirational to them, or whatever you want your thing to be. But I do want to show you guys really quick how to do a border. Another way to make your story pop. Okay, so let me go to a different picture. Let's just say that I'm telling my story. Use this picture. So I'm telling my story. Now with a border, you are going to grab the marker and I'm going to grab the one on the left. I'm going to make it as thick as it will go. You have to start on the right side because the top is the menu bar. The left is your little size bar. The bottom is the colors. So you have to start on the right. Now I just grabbed this picture just because, but let's just assume that it has no border. This is actually already kind of a fun picture. It doesn't really need a border, but this is just another way to add personality and make your stories pop. So I'm going to touch the colors, grab a color that I want, like that color. Okay, and again, I'm starting on the right-hand side and I'm just dragging. You can like go back and fix it, but I'm just basically dragging my finger all around the screen. I'd probably take more time, make sure it's like nice, but you get the point. And then you can easily, just like that, make a border for your stories. Okay. And if you want to erase it, you either hit the undo button, but because I already pushed done, the undo button is no longer there. So if I decide I don't like it, I can grab the eraser and I can really easily erase that. So that's just kind of another fun option, fun tool. Now, tagging people. I just did some stories a few minutes ago and I tagged some different people that were in the stories. There's different ways to tag, okay? If you're tagging a company, if you're doing hashtags, or if you're tagging, you can either do hidden tags. And oops, can't spell. Now, okay, so one way to do this, let's say you have a whole list of tags, right? It's kind of ugly. So I personally don't really show my hashtags hardly at all, unless it's like a funny hashtag and I don't mind it showing. But usually I will, one way to hide your hashtags is to simply tap on them. Hold on, it's not giving me the color options. Okay. As soon as you tap on it, it will give you the color options. You have to go fast though. Okay. And then I will hide them. And I'll show you guys how I just did this because I realized I didn't already show you that. So I will, this is the little color dropper. You can drag it around your picture and you can grab and match perfectly any color that you drag it over, which is so cool. So I'm probably going to hide it right here in my sweater. Click done. And now I can take my whole list of hashtags, pinch it down to fit inside my sweater, and then there it is. You're not going to see that. Now, another way is, so did you guys see what I just did? That little dropper on the bottom left is where I want to make sure you guys can see that because that is so helpful. Anytime you're typing something, okay, see on the bottom left, see that little dropper? It looks like a medicine dropper. If you touch that, it will give you this color dropper. That is that alone, just that tip alone. If that's all you get after this, it will change the game for you. That changed my stories. I guess it was about a year ago when I learned that trick, and it changed the game because up until then, my stories, like this is the color scheme is pretty much the same. There's peach, there's brown, there's tan, there's mauve. So I was before that color dropper, you're over here typing something and you're using one of these like I didn't even know about those. You're using one of these main like bright colors, just totally doesn't flow. It doesn't go with your story at all. So that was just a game changer. And I don't like this. I'm just, again, grab it, put anything you don't want in the trash can. Now, tagging people, usually I'll let that show. And my style, you can do it however you want, you guys. You can tag them with just a regular font. I like to use the neon. I think it's fun. And then I usually grab, kind of one of the colors from my picture. I use the little neon stuff all the time because it kind of shows, kind of doesn't, but it's just pretty. It doesn't make my story look ugly. So I like to do that. You could use the typewriter font. A lot of people use that font. You know, like I said, you could kind of do whatever you want to do with tagging people. And when you do tag someone, it's going to alert them in their notifications. So another really cool thing to do, sometimes for visibility, you can tag like your favorite, like give your favorite company a shout out, your favorite clothing boutique, your favorite jewelry designer. Post something in your story and give them a shout out, because you never know. First of all, they really appreciate that, and it's like so awesome for them. And a lot of them will put you on a list and like they'll shout you out back. I just got, it was so cool. A few days ago, one of the most popular bloggers like that I even know of on Instagram tagged me in her story, and it was because about a month and a half ago I tagged her, shouted her out, and she liked the picture that I used. It was for a preset, and it was Jenna Kutcher. She's got like 900,000 followers. She's a huge account, and because I tagged her in my story, she mentioned me and posted my picture in her story. You know, that was really awesome. So it helps everybody. So that's just something that's really awesome to do for visibility. Okay. So we talked about videos, using captions. I'm going to show you guys. I know I told you there was another way to post videos if they're longer. So I do want to show you that. While we're on that subject, okay, so there's an app called Cut Story. Now, Cut Story, I do believe that it's free. I've had it for a while. I'm pretty sure it's free. So you could go into Cut Story and you grab a video. Let me find one that's, a lot of these are already chopped. Okay, so I'm just going to grab, let's say I'm using this video. Now, you're going to click on Layout. No, you're not. Oh my gosh, where is, oh, that's right. So I'm going to save it. Sorry, I haven't used this in a while. So bottom right, this arrow, you're going to click on that, and you automatically, it will cut the videos to fit whatever platform you want it on. So like for the TikTok users, which that's a whole other Zoom, there's a 60 seconds, so it would cut it to fit that. But for Instagram, it's got to be 15 seconds. So look what it's already doing. It is cutting my entire video into 15-second segments so that I can post that to my story. If you want to make a 2.5-minute video telling your story, great, do it on your camera. Okay, I'm going to end this. Okay, so you can do that on your camera, and then you can put it into Cut Story, and then you can post it to your stories, and it's so easy to do. While we're on this topic of apps, I do want to show you guys a couple other apps really quickly. There's Over, which does have a free version. You do not have to have the paid version. You can have the free version. Now, Over is just, there's a ton of already built layouts. You might have seen, like I use these all the time, and these are already in the app. They're already there for you. So you can go, and I do, you know, like a welcome for somebody on our team or whatever, and grab this and put in their picture. Some of these already are made to fit stories. So you can add your own picture, grab this, change the words, bam. Like that's how, when you see stuff and it looks like a graphic designer made it, they didn't, they just have it over. It's that easy. You can add graphics, these cool, like when people have like glitter or paint or fun stuff, like look at all, like you could just, oh my gosh, it's like all these little jelly paint splotches that you see in people's, you know, pictures and stories. Like most of the time it came from Over. Like it's like that. And then you can change the color, right? So it matches the rest of your thing. Over also has the little color dropper. It looks like this. So you can drag it around the picture and you can change the color so it matches the scheme of your picture. You guys, how easy is that? Like I am not a graphic designer. I am technologically challenged, and because of this app, you can literally just do whatever you want. You can tell, this is how people are telling their stories and making all these, you know, fun stories that just look so crazy. You can put videos in, lots of them, just like this.
Okay, so this is a test.
You can crop them.
Okay, so this is a test.
Where did my video go? I don't know where it went.
Okay, so
well, they
this
have,
is a test.
shut up, Janny. Okay, so they have video. There we go. So all I did was click on video. Okay, and then I can grab a video.
Okay, so this.
And then.
Okay, so this is a test.
Oh my gosh, shut up. Okay, and then I can go and grab whatever I want.
Okay, so this is a test.
And then I can decorate
the
video so it's not so boring.
Okay, so this is a.
Sorry, I'm gonna try to mute myself. Okay.
Okay, so this is a test.
And then I can save it just like this.
Okay, so this is a.
So you get the point. Like, that's how easy it is to make a video. Now that just saved straight to my camera roll. So now I can go to Instagram and click on my story button here at the top left, swipe up, and then I can grab, just pretend it's cute, but I'm just trying to show you guys quickly. And look how fun that is. It's just a video that I made using an Instagram filter, so it adds a little bit of extra personality. I added that on over. You can see how easy it would be to tell your story really quickly and add captions. Like I said, so many people are watching Instagram with no sound. So why not take an extra minute and put a few captions onto your video and give them so they actually know what the heck you're saying. So again, that is, I think we've covered GIFs, filters. Okay. Now I want to talk about, really, really quickly, because this is the last app I'm going to talk about. Unfold. Again, it's free. This is probably the easiest app you could ever use. And you just get on here, click the plus sign. You don't have to name it, just click create. And then the plus sign. And this app, everything is made for stories. You don't have to resize it. You don't have to crop it. Everything on here is already made for stories. So you can go in and you can just go in there and do whatever the heck you want to do. And it already has that beautiful frame. If you want to add text, you can add text. Most of the time, I'll make stories. Like I just posted some a little bit ago, and I did use Unfold, but I just used it for, I think I paid like $1 for this ripped, where it looks like ripped paper. Like this is a fun one. See, so you can grab a picture. And I just paid one time. The app is free, but of course, like any app, there's like little add-ons and stuff. So you can do that, and then you can just simply double tap. Just takes playing around with it a little bit. I did have to play around with the text a little bit. And there's a couple different fonts you can use. And then you click the little keyboard right here. And then whatever, double tap, edit text, pick your font, touch the keyboard. Okay, and you're writing your story. Let's say I'm done. I can click the little arrow, click story. It just goes to your camera roll. Okay, and then I can click this, and I can make another one, and then I can make the next. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just a really, really easy to use app, and you will make some killer stories with that. So that's it for apps. I want to show you guys how to use Instagram filters. Now, this is something that I just figured out this morning, not how to use filters, but a way easier way. So I want to show you, I don't know if some of you are on a different device where you can actually try this right now. or if you're using your phone, ooh, this is a really fun one, golden glitter. But if you're using your phone, then maybe just write this down. If you go to the bottom of your picture options, okay? So again, just to recap, you click on your camera and it opens up this page, okay? So you can either take a video, take a picture right now, or if you're gonna post something you already have, you swipe up. So that's so basic, but I know how it is when you're like, wait, how did you even get to that? So I wanted to make sure you guys know. So now on the bottom, it's gonna have the standard filters. Some of these, most of these actually, you guys, you're not gonna have on yours. I'm gonna show you how to get them on yours. That one just makes it look like Tan Mom. Okay, some of these are already there, but if you scroll all the way over to the right, keep going, browse effects, click there. You are going to get a lot. Now, some of you I've seen this one a ton. Everyone and their mother is using retro film right now. So let's just say you click on it, you want to see what it looks like. Oh, you don't like it, put the X, keep scrolling. You want to try an effect. You want to see how it looks for you. It's really cool. You can click try it. And then you can literally see, oh, do I like it? Oh, do I not like it? Now, let's just say, oh, that's fun. Okay. So click the X. Sorry. Okay. So if you like it, you can click that little check mark and you can save it. Now, I've already had mine saved, so it just removed it, but it'll look like that for you. It'll look like a little arrow. Click that, save to camera. Now, maybe you pick a few. Oh, I like this one too, orange and teal. This is a fun one. So it kind of looks really orange in this lighting, but it kind of makes you look like you have that preset. Like it'll turn everything kind of like this is a blue journal, but it's probably going to make it look very teal. Oh yeah, it's definitely orange and teal, right? So maybe you like that, maybe you don't. Then if you like it, you're going to click this little arrow, save to camera. Now I'm going to X out of this and X over here in the top left. Now, when you browse your effects, the ones that you picked, they will already be in your options, which is freaking cool. Some of these Instagram just put into my options and I didn't ask for them to, but the ones that you chose, this one is just an all-time favorite. Everyone feels like a freaking princess with that one. Any of them that you like, you can have them on here. Okay. Now that was the easiest way that I thought there was to do it. I was wrong. This is what I discovered today. So let's just say I'm going to go onto Cassie's stories. Okay. I'm going to go and see if I can find a filter. She's not using, okay. Usually if someone's using a filter, it shows in the top left-hand corner. So I want to give you guys an example. So I'm going to find somebody that I know has a filter. Okay. So like here's Jenna Kutcher's stories. She probably has. Nope. Maybe that's fine. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to think of somebody that I know because I want to show you guys this. This is really cool. Okay, this girl has awesome stories and she always uses filters. Okay, so see, the filter name she's using is White Aesthetic. If you like that filter, that's all you do. Touch it, and now it gives you the exact same filter that person used. I had no idea until this morning. No idea, because there are hundreds of filters. So if you like somebody's filter, I have spent forever. Oh, hello, Amber Parker. I've spent forever digging through there and still can't find the mother freaking story that that person used, and it's really frustrating. So today, and this filter is actually really, it's just really fun. You can see how it would be like a good filter outside or like with products or I don't know. I think it's pretty awesome, and it makes your teeth look white. So again, I'm going to show you guys that again. You see the person's story, you like the filter they're using, you literally just touch it. Oops, not the name, the filter. All I did was touch the name of the filter, and see that? So it will let you try it, save it. I guess you can send it, which is cool. I don't know. Oh, and you can look at more filters from that filter creator. So again, this, I've already saved this one because I think it's really pretty. And if you just want to see if you like it, again, you can just touch, try it, see if you like it, take a test picture. Don't like that picture, not saving it. Okay. So anyways, that just freaking blew my mind today. And I was so, so excited about it. Okay. Let me get out of there. Okay, just getting through this list and then I'm going to go through the questions, you guys. I just got a couple more things. Okay, I'm going to show you guys how to screenshot. This is going to be one of the most valuable things you learn on this Zoom and it's very, very simple, but I'm just going to find somebody that's a good example. It's very, very simple, but a lot of people don't realize and they let themselves get overwhelmed when it's this easy to copy stories from people. I'm just looking for somebody that I know has really good stories. That's with It Works. Just gonna go to. Okay, so this is Carrie Young. I love her stories. I love her page too. She's a top earner with It Works, and I love her. I just love her stories. So, obviously, like some of it's just to get ideas. I mean, I can't. Obviously, I'm not going to repost these. I'm looking for something. Okay, let's just use this as an example. Let's say I want to take this. I like this. I want to post this. Okay. I'm holding my thumb down on the screen and it got rid of all of the captions at the top. It got rid of, see how if I let go, there's her name again. So again, I'm going to show you, okay, here's another really good account. Shan Nickerson, she has an awesome Instagram. She's just killing it. So let's say, okay, let's say I want to take her cleanse post, okay? And actually that is really pretty. So you just hold down the screen. Just hold down the screen. It gets rid of all those words at the top and all those little lines. Then you do your screenshot. Then, and you guys, I do this like 7 times a day. I'm doing this all the time. A lot of the time I do make my own stories. A lot of the time when stories are already made, you guys, like I know how to make them, but I know that it might take me 30 minutes to make a really awesome story like this with like 4 to 5 slides. And this person already made it. So why the heck would I spend 35, 40 minutes remaking it, you know? Then I'm just going to save it. Save to photos. And that is how I get a lot. Okay, this is another really good example. See how beautiful that is? Somebody spent a heck of a lot of time on over making this, and I am just going to screenshot it. I always crop it right away. You could crop it later, but if you forget, it's going to look really tacky on your story. So I just crop it, go to the next one. The thing that's annoying is if you miss it, like you have to go all the way back around, which is not a big deal. It takes a couple seconds. And I missed it again. Okay. So again, that is how I save stories. So what I do is I have a list. I have a list of people. Oh, these are so cute. I'm going to come back to this after the Zoom and save more of these, but you get the point. Those are really cute. So I have a list of people that I love getting ideas from, getting inspiration from, and that I know they always guaranteed are going to have an amazing story. That, let me just stop the share really quick. I know that they're going to have an amazing killer story that I can just like take. And that is how you really like, nobody has an excuse to not be consistent with stories. Now, another thing you can do, that's one of my tasks that I do late at night. Like when I'm chilling, my kids are in bed, like that's just one of my like unwind tasks is I go to a few of the people that I love on Instagram and I just go through and I just pull down screenshot crap, pull down screenshot crap, pull down screenshot crap. I take a bunch of stories and then I put them in an album. So then like I have, oh my gosh, I gotta hurry. It's 8:52. Time flies. Talking about stories. And I just have story ideas. Like you can do like different business story ideas, hair story, but I just take those and I put them in a folder. Okay, another thing that you can do on your Instagram is you can have your settings to where your photos go into an archive. If your stories are archived, that's why I did the screen share because it's so hard. Okay, so all I did is push the little 3 lines at the top and then you can see the archive. Okay, so if I click on my archive, and this is just a setting, you can have your stories automatically archived. You don't have to remember to archive them. Every single story that I ever post is automatically going into my archive. It's like a vault of amazingness is what it is. So now like oh my gosh. Okay, click on archive. So all my stories, I could go back like a few months or I could go back like a couple weeks, find a really good slide of my story or maybe the cleanse or maybe celery, like back in the summer when I was doing celery stories all the time. I can go back through here. Like this was a good one I did a few days ago, so I'll probably wait a few more days and I'll do that one again. It was like, I've got 3 leadership positions available, looking for social media marketers. And if you want to repost that, all you do to repost it is go down here to more. Wait, hold on. That's not, oh, sorry. You go down here to share. See the little arrow? And I can click share. And it just loaded it right back into my stories. The only thing you do have to do, you guys, is see this little date. It has the date on there, and then you just kind of grab it and drag it into the trash. I wish it didn't do that, but it does. So the stories that I grabbed the other day, there we go. Now I can repost them again. I don't have to spend all that time making them again. And by the way, these stories, I screenshotted this from someone else because it was so adorable. And I was like, I don't have all those fonts and whatever. I screenshotted this. I went into Over and I did add, because I had to cover part of her picture. So I did add the little Christmas tree sweater piece of tape, and which I got from Over for free. In Instagram, I grabbed the little candy cane by going to the gifts and I typed in, I think I typed in candy cane or Christmas or something. And I got a candy cane, put right over her candy cane to make it like look like a little, moving candy cane. And then I rewrote my own words on the bottom because obviously I'm not a college student who bought a Land Rover or whatever her story was. So I saved a lot of time by grabbing her adorable story, cropped my picture over the top. My picture didn't fit perfectly where hers did, which is why I added the cute little piece of Christmas tape on the bottom. But I still saved like 20 minutes off starting from scratch. Shannon's laughing because she gets it. She knows. I saved like a ton of time by doing that. So I like to think like, yes, I'm creative, but I don't have like, I got shit to do. Like I don't have like all day to do these. So I am going to give you guys just a couple action steps. If you, there's so much stuff I didn't get to, but I have to shut it down because the family call is starting. One thing, I would love it if everybody could take, this is a fun action step for you guys to do. get out your, if you're watching this on your phone, it's going to be kind of hard, but if you're watching this on a laptop or an iPad, you can do this. So make a little fun video, maybe try one of the Instagram filters since you learned about those, and make a little video of this, and make it into a post or a story, obviously, since we're talking about stories. Okay, so I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to go to one of my fun little filters. And I just made a fun little video. I'm saving it because I'm not ready to post it right now, but at least I have it, right? So I'm going to save it, click the arrow. I've also seen some really creative stories being done. If your team is doing a Zoom and someone's telling their story, take a couple 15-second videos of that person telling their story. And guess what? You can crop that and make a fun background, and you can make that into a freaking awesome little mini opportunity video that's 30 seconds long on your story. I've seen that done. I'm like, that's genius. More people should be doing that. Daily stuff, interacting, you guys, interact on stories. And I've made this mistake before. Don't be selfish on Instagram. Don't just post stories and never interact on other people's stories. So you go through these are your people you're following. These are their stories. Go through and interact, ask questions, leave real comments. That's how I figured out the filter thing today. Some blogger, I was like, oh my gosh, there was a glitter filter. I'm like, oh my gosh, that might be my new favorite one, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, yeah, just click on it. I was like, what? And I was like, mind blown. That was amazing. Try to post at least 10 to 12 stories a day. I know if you're not used to it, you might be like, oh, hold on, I need to go throw up. That's overwhelming. But it really isn't. If you start to stash ideas in a folder, you always have something to post. If you're always getting content throughout your day, you always have little videos to go and grab. And I just showed you little fun ways to personalize it and whatever. But if your kids are doing something, or if you're next time you wash your face and put on your eyelash serum, I just saw it was Lauren Casamata's page, and she did such a cute, very simple story. Just a little video of her like painting on the eyelash serum, and then she put a caption like, once a night, can't wait to see this, give me amazing results, and then did a really cute eyelash gif, of eyelashes going like this or whatever, like, but it's personal to her, you know what I mean? So honestly, the videos to me are awesome, and they're actually really easy. It doesn't take a lot of time, and it's you. So that's something you can't screenshot and steal, right? Because it's the person's actual video. So get out of your comfort zone and try to do some videos. And I am going to stop the recording and then really quick, like, look at some of the comments. Because let's be honest, though, the family call doesn't really start at 8. It starts at like 7 after. So